Hey, Natasha, this next question comes in from one of our listeners, Brianna. Thank you for Brianna. And Brianna's question is kefir really a health food?
Okay, since my family introduced kefir to Altadena Dairy in the late 1960s, early 1970s, we were the ones who knew what a traditional starter culture is. Kefir is a functional food that comes from the Caucasus region in the former Soviet Union. It was brought to the world in the early 20th century, and it was a great functional food for the people who know what a starter culture is and how to make it, how to preserve it, and how to distribute it. What happened in the United States is that I was called by the state of New York to testify to make the first kefir standard in a state, and that was in the late 1970s. The problem is nobody, knows what a starter culture is. We don't know what yeast they're using in the product. They put dozens of microorganisms who are not starter cultures, should not be in their product, and God only knows what they're doing in their product. So without a standard, no functional food, including kefir, can be a health food unless you know what you're ingesting and if the manufacturer really specializes in making fermented foods. It's like buying, wine from somebody who's brewing stuff at home and you have no idea what they're putting in there. So it's a very sophisticated process, and it needs to be standardized. And if you're sensitive to yeast, then kefir is not for you. And no, you cannot just throw a culture and not heat the milk and think you're getting kefir because somebody tells you you're making kefir. If you don't understand this, you shouldn't be fooling around with this stuff because microbes can become dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
What would you do instead?
What I would do instead is, either make your own yogurt in this day and age because yogurt does not contain any yeast. And that's the only fermented food I recommend now. And yogurt cannot have all these organisms in. There is what we call a classic starter culture, which is a standard with the state of California, the standard with the USDA, the standard with the FDA. It's like the Bacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, period. Yogurt should not have any other organisms except that because they don't survive and they can really be considered a contaminant. So I was really bothered by all these people writing me in, bothering me. So I made a yogurt starter, showed them how to make it at home if you want to be sure what you're getting. And I would recommend if you want to buy yogurt, then make sure you buy plain and make sure you know something about yogurt before you just go out and buy some.
Perfect. Well said. Brianna, thank you. We hope this helps you with your question. If you'd like a part 2 of that, Brianna, submit another one. Any of our audience has a question, we'd love to answer them live on the air with you. So thanks, Natasha, for another Natasha's Corner, Insight Corner. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.